Hey guys, Foxy's Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and we are back talking about Pengu pudgy penguins. So we're going to talk about what they have been doing in recent times, look at market structure, where I think price is headed. So looking at their Twitter, they are just bringing it, right? I keep on seeing it every single video. No meme coin is doing it the way Pengu is doing it. Constant partnerships, constant views, constant collaborations. They are really bringing it to us. Pengu is returning to Miami for Art Basel 25. Just another thing that they are doing, right? Not only that, a product being sold out, a product partnership. Many of you guys maybe don't know what this is, but this used to be very, very hype, and it still is hype. This kind of block toy, and it was going for thousands and thousands of dollars. There was big pieces, small pieces, collaborations with Supreme, with artists, all different types of collabs. And now Pengu has collabed with it, and it sold out. It sold out so quickly. I think people are starting to realize that, one, this is an investment piece, and two, it is kind of a flex piece. Look at me, I have this block that is a meme coin that is sold out, that is just gone 20x in the last year, right? That is a flex. And what other meme coin is continuously making products the way Pengu is making products, good products, cool products, products that people want and that are selling out? Because I really don't see another meme coin that is doing that. That's why Pengu is one of my absolute favorite meme coins, right? Everywhere, advertisements, they are non-stop doing things, right? They were in Sydney. Pudgy Party just won best mobile game. Look at all of the things they have been doing, and this is just in the last couple of days. It is so fantastic. What's even crazier is that a friend sent me a text, and they sent me a GIF, and it was a happy GIF, and it was a penguin, and it wasn't just any penguin. It was literally Pengu. Maybe in my next video, I'm going to try to crop it from my text and put it into the video so all of you can see that. But I was just like, there's no way. And they don't know that I make crypto videos, right? And I was like, there's no way they just sent me Pengu without knowing what Pengu is, knowing that I talk about Pengu. It was so funny to me. All right, so let's look at where to go. Let's look at coin market cap before we look at market structure. I don't know why it disappeared. I don't know why it did that. So we are up on volume 53%. Okay, keep this in mind. Remember that number, 53%. Up in market cap, down in price, still 75% bullish. Guys, why are we not at 80% on Pengu? It doesn't make any sense to me on a lot of the big exchanges, but we are still waiting for a few big ones. Now, looking at market structure, we can see right away we are still in a bearish trend, right? But there's some good news. There's a couple of good news, actually. One is that we are in this weekly fair value gap. Now, originally, I would say it is bad news because we have closed below. But we closed below, and price has started to give us a good reaction to the upside, right? Which is very, very interesting. Now, looking at the daily, what have we seen? We have seen that we have closed above another zone, right? This is another key level that we have closed above. So this is going to be very important in the next day, maybe hours, maybe a couple of days, how price wants to react to this zone. If it wants to stay like this, consolidate, close above, and not push anywhere below, then we can most likely anticipate that these highs will be next, followed by these highs. And once price creates those highs, what is the next area that we are looking for? A closure above the weekly fair value gap. And a closure above the weekly fair value gap and higher highs formed will start indicating that possibility of a push to the upside is in effect. And I think a lot of you, including myself, want to see a green candle. In my case, blue candle because of my chart, but for you guys, most likely it'll be a green candle to the upside, right? We have had 1, 2, pretty much 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of continuous downside, almost 2 months of straight reds, right? And we are finally starting to see some type of pullback. Now, it's not guaranteed, right? There is a world where, for example, we close in the fair value gap and we push below and we go even lower, right? That is a possible scenario that we have to look out for. So if we do that, where do I see price headed? Well, it kind of looks very obvious to me, and where price wants to go, in my opinion, if it were to go further down, is this area right over here. Why? Because this is a liquidity sweep. There is liquidity right here, and where there's liquidity, there is money, and price goes to where money is, meaning there is buy orders, buy limits, sell stops, sell orders, all kinds of things here, and that just all equals money. All right, to put it in perspective, when Bitcoin swept 83K, it was on the daily time frame, where was it? One of these liquidities, oh no, sorry, it was this one right over here. When Bitcoin swept that liquidity right there, I read a article that $750 million worth of liquidity was swept in that area. That's to put into perspective of why price goes to where liquidity is held, because that is money. So if we do have a bearish scenario, I think price is going there. Now, the reason I say that that could be a good thing is because that is another discount price where we can scale in and buy up. And I know maybe it's starting to get annoying that I keep saying buy and I keep saying scale in and all this, but I really want you guys to be prepared for the next altcoin season, for the next bull run, right? It's just, to me, it is just so common sense that, okay, we had a massive spike to the upside. And now what has happened? Price has simply just corrected itself, right? It's very, very simple. Now, why are people speculating that we can't do the same thing back and make a higher high on the weekly and form new highs? Because that's just what it seems like, right? In other coins, this has happened many times. Let me give you an example, right? ICP, a coin that I like very much. I also had some person comment on my video, I cannot believe you are buying and talking about a discount price at $3. And let me tell you, not only did I clap back at him for being a fool, but many of my subscribers and viewers also clapped back right at him. Why? Because the last time we saw these prices, we also saw $20. And that is massive gain, right? 646%. So these are the discount prices everybody is looking for. And it's so funny to me because the psychology in investments and trades is very, very funny. Because when things are at the all-time high, people are saying, oh, I wish I bought at the lows. I wish I had some Nvidia. I wish I had some Bitcoin. But when they were presented the opportunity, the risk to take that investment to make some money, they feared it because it was down. But as a investor, as a believer in crypto, this should be like your dream scenario. Buying all these cryptos at these lows is fantastic to me. For example, if we go to this liquidity and let's just say we make not even too crazy highs, right? Highs to that red mark. Let's look at what the gain will be. 560%. Is anybody in my video right now going to be complaining that they have made 560% on a meme coin about a penguin? I don't think so, right? I would really hope not, because that is fantastic gains on the table. So we just have to wait. We have to adapt. And I really believe 2026, we are going to get the altcoin season. It's going to be interesting how Bitcoin closes. There's a lot more to it than that. But put it very simply, I am optimistic that we are going to get altcoin season. Now, we just have to start making some higher highs, right? So I formed it. I drew it out below because as of right now, we can see we are still in a bearish trend. We have these highs here, those highs. We have a lower low followed by, let's just say that's your lower high, lower low, lower highs, right? Lower low, bearish trend to the downside. Very, very simple. So like I said, once again, higher high, close above the fair value gap, right? Something like this, retest it, push higher, form highs above there, and then we just propel to the upside like no other. Now, I'm making this video at 11 at night, so I'm very interested to see when you guys watch the video, how market will be different. Will the fair value gap that I drew out right over here be respected? Is it going to be pushed higher? For my sanity, for your guys' sanity, I'm hoping tomorrow price is going to get to that high and make a newer high, right? Is that for certain? No, I wish I could tell you that. We have to adapt to market. We have to see what it gives us, and we have to plan accordingly. You guys know my plan. You know how I think the market's going to move, where price can go. I gave you my outlook on it. Do as you believe. Just believe in crypto, believe in Pengu, believe into the future. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you guys do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll see everybody in the next video.